Chaos reigns.
Gator needs a scat, you punk ass bitch! We landed on the moon!
I know it was you, Fredo. You broke my heart.
My name's Forrest Gump. People call me Forrest Gump.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. All out of bubblegum.
Wait, you changed your name to McLovin? McLovin? What kind of a stupid name is that, Fogel? What, are you trying to be an Irish R&B singer?
Good morning, everybody. It is, what are we even talking about? Episode 15. It is Thursday. It is Tuesday, April 22nd. It is 5:46 in the morning. It is 53 degrees and cloudy in Glasgow. The barometer this morning is at 17.
Thank you, Ron.
Yeah.
We are here, as we usually are. To my left is Matthew.
Woot woot.
To his left is our very good friend and special guest, Jamal. Chap. Mose.
And all
A.K.A. Maul.
A.K.A. Raymond Wonder.
To his left is Scoop or Yamo.
Yamo. A.K.A. Moon Pie.
Chad. And then to my right, Chad's left, is
Shauntius.
Shauntius. CJ.
Jizzy.
C. Jizzle. All right. Well, like I said, we are lucky enough to be joined
Blessed
by Jamal this morning.
I'm the lucky one here.
Teo and I had an excursion to Bowling Green this past Friday, April 18th.
For someone's birthday.
For my belated birthday dinner. We had wings at the Spillway, ran into Jamal, pitched it to him to come on, and he said, hell yeah, put me on that bitch.
As long as there's a mic around.
Everybody has a microphone. We have new equipment again.
Yeah. Moving on up.
Second straight episode with new equipment. So far, so good. All right, so Teo and I had wings at the Spillway. I didn't know what to expect, so I got medium. That's kind of the my comfort zone is medium.
Yeah,
felt good about it. They were delicious. Mm-hmm. I got 10 of them. Ended up with 13. They gave me 3 extra. I guess they knew.
They knew.
Teo got XXX hot.
Ooh, stupefied.
And he, on this show, said, they ain't that hot. They're good. They're so good. They ain't that hot. They ain't that hot. So he gives me one to try, okay? And I leave that bastard to the end. Thank God.
Yeah.
Thank God.
He saw sweat beads coming off my forehead.
Teo was struggling. Teo got 15. I think you finished eating, 8?
No, I had 11.
There was a bunch left on that motherfucker.
He's stupid.
There was a bunch.
For you to
Listen,
in his
volunteer
defense
for that one from this Hispanic culture dude, you should know that if he says it's not that bad,
What?
it's bad.
What?
It's
For the normal
Reaper
human being.
Yes, the Reaper.
Yeah. In Teo's defense, he and I did the Carolina Reaper.
Carolina.
The Carolinas.
We did the Blazing Challenge at B-Dubs.
Okay.
But I will say
And it wasn't that bad. I mean, it was hot, but it wasn't. But
there was no flavor.
There was
I
no
don't
flavor.
think B-Dubs Blazing now is what it used to be.
No, I'm sure it's not.
It's not, because now they've
Crazy
got 3
back in
levels
the day.
above it.
Yeah.
They got 3 levels above that now.
I remember being inebriated and coming in and getting some Blazing by accident one night right before they closed. And,
By accident?
By accident, literally. That because I'm usually a medium guy too, because I'm like, yeah, it's about the perfect range. And we done 2 wings into it, and then you're like, what am I eating? And it was a mistake.
Okay.
I can tell you that.
So here we go. Back to Friday. I ate all my wings. They were delicious. I'm having a great time. Got a 15 and 16-year-old up there with a I don't know how old the other guy was. He was
The main guy. So It was Alex and Lindsay Sewell's son that was playing the drums.
Oh, okay. They were awesome.
Oh no,
These kids were great.
Oh,
Jamal, do you think that they were good?
We're talking about the Rockin' Cowboys.
The
now.
Rockin' Cowboys?
They were excellent.
That, I mean, to be as young as they are, they were really, really good. I had a
apologize.
blast.
Alex Sewell and Lindsay Sewell's son was not playing the drums. They were playing for that old dude.
Yes.
That was terrible.
Yeah,
that-
so
Hang on,
So
Snoopy.
is this like an open mic night or like
it was. It was a
it's like
talent show.
Yeah.
Wow.
So the Rockin' Cowboys, just to clarify things, the kid on the drums was 8, and his brother was 11.
Wow.
Are
And
you
they was
kidding me?
killing it.
Swear.
Wow.
They
8
was
years
killing
old.
it.
They was killing it.
Yes.
And the drummer was doing all the singing.
Yes, he was the lead singer.
It was
which is
it was
rare.
awesome.
They were great.
So
Yeah,
we can
I mean,
expect some big things from them kids. Sounds
I
like.
posted to Facebook. I mean, that's how good they were. I posted to Facebook that me and Taylor were there watching them. I mean, they were legit.
They came from Louisville.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they were really good. Okay, so I eat all my wings, all right? Tayo's over there struggling. He's like, somebody else make these because these are
They drenched them in sauce this go around, so they was much more hotter.
when he's pulling on that shirt, you're like, oh yeah.
They was much hotter because I look. I told Wade.
This
I said-
story's going to be 25 fucking
Yes,
minutes.
this is the whole show.
I just told Wade though. I said there was one other time where I almost couldn't finish them because they were just that
Well,
hot.
he didn't finish them
No.
the other night. So I eat all mine. I get to his, and I'm like, damn, I don't know about it. I don't know about this.
Yeah.
That's my in my head voice.
Your inner monologue.
All right, so they're all flat, so I tear it. I get the smaller piece first, all right? Take the smaller piece, I eat the smaller piece. As soon as I put it in my mouth, it's like Disco Inferno.
Oh, he immediately
The
grabs my
wrestler
water.
from WCW. It was unbearable to the point where I'm getting pissed at him for even giving it to me.
He drinks all
I
my water.
chug his water. She brings another one. I'm killing it. Don't ever drink beer with something that is burning your ass off.
No.
I'm holding ice in my mouth. I am mad.
See, I never understood like why people want to feel uncomfortable
Eating.
while
I
they're
don't
eating.
either.
I don't
either.
understand it.
That's why I go with medium.
Yeah, like
Because
spice.
you
is
get all
good.
the flavor.
Yes.
It could be a little hot. I'm gonna be honest. Next time we go, I'll probably get hot. Medium wasn't as hot as I like it.
Yeah.
But Jesus Christ, those fucking wings that he got should be illegal.
And just looking, I pulled their menu up. Just looking at it,
Oh,
you
you
have to
did?
pay $1.75 more just to get the
the
stupefied.
flats.
Oh, does it
yes.
have a? Yeah. Look, I'm a flats guy too.
Oh damn!
See, per
Yours are $1.75 more just for the flavor. I've never seen that
Per
before.
10.
for the flavor.
per 10.
Per 10.
Per 10.
Yeah.
So you paid what's $1.75? What's half of $1.75? Like
Like
90 cents.
Yeah.
So you paid like $3 just to get that flavor, and it wasn't worth it.
Nah, look, I mean, that's still again. It was
I'm
much
telling
hotter
y'all,
than
never
it was
again.
much hotter than I've had in the past, but I
You're
still
paying
enjoy them.
Most
for the
It's like-
experience.
Most, what'd you
Wade.
get? What did you get that night?
He got chili.
Oh,
I
yeah, you
actually
did get chili.
Yeah, because I don't like to eat very much when I'm out drinking. I mean, not to sound alcoholic, but I like to save room.
Well, it depends
for
on what you.
the
If you're drinking
spirits.
beer is
Yes.
filling.
For the spirit.
Yeah, exactly.
You get 100 wings for $135.
Yeah. Imagine if you did that plus the stupefied.
There's 5 of us, 100 wings. We'd get 20 apiece.
Yeah.
So, ain't no way we'd finish all
So-
that.
We could do it if we all
20
got
wings?
medium.
And not
Oh, yeah.
like you
Oh,
got
no.
them.
Ain't no
No,
thing.
no. If we got medium,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like
we're tearing them up.
I've had Spillways wings before, and they're well known in Bowling
Yeah, yeah.
Green.
Yes.
It's probably the best.
Okay. While we're on this topic, Teo, I know that those are your favorite wings in Bowling
yeah,
Green.
yeah.
Most, who has the best wings in Bowling Green?
For my money, for the flavor, and for the wings itself, even though they are small,
Mr. B's.
I got to go with
Mr.
Mr.
B's.
B's.
I'm with
Okay.
you on that, Mose.
I can-
me and
I can-
me and Mose are on the
I can
Mr.
respect
B's
that.
train. They are small, and I'd get the extra hot at Mr. B's.
I love them.
But
They're
They're
fantastic.
small, but I never feel full when I'm
There you
rice
go.
with it.
Yeah. And you can get pizza.
Yeah.
You can get
Oh,
wings
that's
and
the
pizza.
that is
Yeah.
the best deal.
They're good
Yes.
wings.
When
Yeah,
you get
They
like
are
a,
very good. The sauce, however they make, I assume that that they make their sauce? Because it tastes different than all the other ones.
Yeah, they make their sweet and
it's really
spicy
good.
sauce is one of my favorites.
Chad, who has the best wings in Bowling Green for your money?
Currently, it's got to be Spillway because I've had them before. Our boss actually at one point ordered something like that for us for staffing.
Your current boss?
No, another boss.
Former
boss. Yeah, ordered them for staffing and those wings, and they were fantastic. Now, I'm a original fan of old school B-Dub wings. It's changed a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they have.
It used to be perfect.
Now,
Well,
they pump them chickens full of steroids now, baby.
Very much so.
yeah,
Because them wings
it's
are
not the
massive.
same.
That's steroid chicken.
Them wings are big.
Yeah. You don't have to have a big wing to have a good wing. That's
I agree.
what people.
I agree 100%. That's why Mr. B's is number one for me. Number two for me is Spillway. CJ, what's the best for your money?
I'm a Double Dogs fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, double dog sounds good.
I do like I do agree though. Mr. B's, they're solid.
Yeah, I like Mr. B's. We need to take a 5-man to Mr. B's. 5 guys to Mr. B's.
There you go. Is it
Or Spillway.
I can't remember if the
Who was
pizza.
that hadn't had 5 guys or no? There was something else.
All of us had
no
5
Teo or something
No,
else. Teo
I hadn't had Raising Cane's.
Raising
Now
Cane's.
I'm
Yeah.
Dovies.
Dovies.
Dovies
we
is
still
another
have
one.
to
And
do
Wingstop.
Mom, you had Dovies?
We still have to do
No.
Dovies and Wingstop sometime.
So Mose joins me in not ever having Dovies.
You've never had Dovies? Mo?
Never had Dovies.
Shit. I guess you're in the trip then.
Yeah.
Teo's never had
going down.
Wingstop, so he can't even rank Wingstop. You see how I can lean back in this chair now?
I know it's kind of nice.
Looking
We're
like
all relaxed.
looking like Fat Joe.
Who's looking like Fat Joe?
Lean back.
Simmer down
Boy, you
there.
got aggressive there.
Getting ready to
Simmer
get
down,
ugly.
coach.
He doesn't got
Oh
aggressive.
Lord have mercy.
It ain't the week for me to take.
Aunt Flo must be visiting you this week. Is
He got
what
that-
you're trying to say?
I wish that was the case. All right. So.
The remix.
And yeah.
Hang on. Just so we're talking about wings and sauces, we'll throw a little teaser in here. Maybe next week, maybe the week after.
Yep.
Maybe next week, we will debut the
Sauce.
Wawita sauce bracket.
Yeah.
I'll do the talking right now. I'll point at you when I want
Don't
you to
pause
talk.
too long. I'll jump right in there.
He's ready.
100.
He counts to 2, and if nobody says anything, he starts talking.
That's all right.
So yeah, maybe next week we'll have that ready to go.
Yeah.
Mose, you coming on next week to be a part of this, so we don't have a tie.
Yes.
All right, sweet.
There we go.
Mose is a sauce man, I can think.
What was I going to say? I had something else to say
The
about
sauce bracket.
food.
Oh, no.
Chili.
Okay, yeah, we can talk about chili. Let's without everybody getting pissed all at once or in agreement. We'll go around the room. Do you want to go clockwise or counterclockwise? Clockwise.
Clockwise, yeah.
All right. Matthew,
Yes, sir.
yes or no question? Do chili?
Do chili.
Do chili.
Shut up. Do noodles belong in chili?
I can take them or leave them, but I'm a typically
It's
without.
what I say.
Yes or no?
I said
He
yes
said
or no.
yes or
right?
no, but I'm pulling a Chad right now. Damn it!
That's when his voice starts distorting. You know it's real. Is this mine? Do you throw this at me?
No,
Yeah,
mine's on.
Did you throw it at me?
No,
Okay. Yes, sir. All right. Go ahead. Sorry.
no,
Well, I mean, go ahead. I was just.
no.
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 Y'all or nah.
Yamo.
Yamo.
Me, Yamo. Chad.
I am.
No, look. For me personally, I'm a no guy, but I can take it or leave it.
All right. If when you are taking it, what kind of noodles do you prefer? Macaroni noodles or spaghetti noodles?
I'm a thin spaghetti noodle.
Okay. Mose, does noodles belong in chili? Do noodles belong in chili?
Yes.
Oh.
I am a noodles in all the time, guy.
Okay. Elbow macaroni or spaghetti?
I prefer the spaghetti, but I mean, I grew up with the macaroni noodle. And
Yes.
I grew up with that too. Scoop, Yamo, Chad.
I'm a yes and yes. They belong in there, and a macaroni man.
Okay. Sean.
Yes and yes.
Yes and yes. I don't think it's yes and yes. I'm
double
going to go
down.
no. But as like Teo, it doesn't offend me if they're in there. So
Right.
And I'm more of a spaghetti
Okay.
person.
For me, no, they do not. But like Chauncey and like Matthew, I'm not going to turn it down. I like chili. So I also grew up with macaroni noodles in my chili. I don't put my chili is not a soup. Teo's had my chili.
Thick.
It's a dip.
It's a porridge.
It is, yes.
It's
It is
thick.
very thick.
You
It's
put crackers in chili?
Depends on the consistency.
Yeah.
If it's really soupy, I'll mix in some crackers to
Yeah.
thicken it up.
Yeah,
And that's
I'm
why
that way
people
too.
do that.
Yep.
So I make my chili where you don't have to do that.
So question.
Yeah.
I also don't use a spoon with
Right.
mine. I did.
What do you put it on a sandwich?
No, I
No, he
literally
gets
dip-
Frito Scoops.
Frito scoops or
The scoop tortilla chips.
what I've been doing is the spicy nacho Doritos.
Ooh.
Scooping it with that.
Okay.
Interesting.
All right. So, saltines or oyster crackers.
Saltines.
Saltines all day.
Oyster cracker.
I like them both.
Oh,
I'm with CJ.
Yeah.
I like salty. I like the process of breaking them down.
Breaking them down.
yeah.
Putting them in there. Yeah.
If you
Too
can
messy.
Them oyster crackers.
Wait a minute. If you can find the school packaged saltines where there's like 3 in there, and you can just break them up before you open the package.
And then
There you
just
go.
pour the
That's
package
even
in
better.
there.
Yes.
Wendy's.
Good call.
Shout out
call.
to Wendy's.
Hey, for real, Wendy's
still
chili
having
for a drive-through chili is pretty good.
Fact.
Wendy's chili is the day before's junior bacon cheeseburger meat.
Always ask Wendy's for like 5 packets of the hot sauce. Put in there.
Yeah, it's good. I like that hot
Wendy's
sauce in there.
carries Cholula hot sauce.
Do they?
Do they?
They do now, yeah.
Interesting.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you had chili the other night. Well, how was your chili? To have noodles and stuff in it, Mo?
No. I feel like that the chili that they gave me that night was probably at the bottom of the pan. Because I feel like that because it cooks longer. So, but you can almost taste like it was burnt a little bit.
Yeah, no.
And
Oh,
so,
you got that charbroil chili.
Yes. So I was not a big fan of that.
Y'all
It's
left
still
that
wet.
on the Bunsen too long.
All right. Spicy or not spicy? Do we
Oh,
like
my-
our chili hot or not hot?
Mine's got to be hot.
Yeah, I like
And if it's not hot enough, I'm putting crushed red pepper all up on it.
Yeah.
See, I never prefer spicy anything. So that's just me. That's the way I grew up.
I think, it wasn't really spicy the way my mom made, but I like spicy chili.
Yeah.
That's my preference.
Spicy.
My chili is hot. My chili is pretty hot.
How do you make the consistency of your chili that thick?
That
More
thick?
paste?
I don't put paste in it at all.
No tomato paste?
I don't put tomatoes in it.
What do you put in?
Rotel. So it's got tomatoes in Rotel, but I dump 2 cans of Rotel in there, and then that's it.
I feel like Rotel could sponsor you. You love.
I do love Rotel. Rotel everything all the time. I have 7 cans of Rotel in my cabinet right now. It's about all I've got. That's not true. I've got
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
a shit ton of beans in my cabinet.
Everybody's got beans.
I am fully
somewhere.
ready to make chili at any
At
moment.
any point in time? Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm all fresh ingredients. I go to my garden and I get my tomatoes.
Get your beans out of the fucking
Oh,
garden.
my God. Snapping his
I
beans.
go get my tomatoes.
Let me go out here in the garden and
Your
get some
pinto
milk.
beans out of the garden.
Let me get my jug of milk out of the garden out there.
He's got a cow. He goes up, milks that cow every
And my
morning.
crackers. Let me get my crackers out of there.
Fresh made crackers.
Where the fuck did I put my milk plant?
Come over here, crackers.
Teo's making sourdough crackers or something.
Homemade. Do you want croutons with your salad? Oh, you do? It's going to be a little
got
bit.
Give me another hour.
It's going to be a little bit. Got to
go
bake
outside
this
and-
bread.
Yeah.
How crunchy you want these these croutons? Yeah. Really crunchy? It's going to be even longer. Sorry. I've got to burn this bread. All right. Anybody else got anything on food? Anybody
Bean-
eat a nice breakfast this morning?
But beans or no beans?
Oh, fuck you. I put 3
I don't
different
think
kinds
that's a
of beans
question,
in mine.
is it? I mean, you
It
have
is a
to have
question.
beans
Some
for
prefer
chili.
no beans.
Well, some people say that beans
Now, I
don't
use-
belong in chili.
I use chili beans and I
But
use
is it
kidney
chili
beans.
without
Yep.
beans?
Yep, you gotta have beans.
I gotta have
Chili.
you gotta have beans.
Beans. Got it.
I put kidney beans, chili beans, and black beans.
There you
Kidney
go.
beans and chili beans are the same thing. One's just got chili sauce
Well,
in
that's
it.
that's
Yeah.
why
And
your
black
chili
beans.
is so
Pinto.
thick. You put everything in.
Damn
You put
straight.
everything in there.
I'm normally Pintos, kidney, and chili beans.
His chili turns into a goulash.
You don't put black.
I don't
like
put
the,
black beans in mine.
I like the
no.
black beans.
I don't mind the black beans,
I
but
like
now
black beans.
Yeah.
I like a good black bean. Shout out to Garcia's this morning.
Yeah, they have good black beans.
Yeah, they do have good black beans. They put the little cheese on. You know,
I think it's like
queso fresco.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Queso fresco on top.
So fresco.
This is our established linguist over here. And there's the 2-second pause.
Yeah, I know. Intentional. And, all right, let's move along, shall we?
Yeah.
Anybody against? We can still talk about food. Food is my favorite thing in the world. Mm-hmm. But anyway, the University of Colorado Buffaloes have retired 2 jerseys. One being the head coach's son, Shedeur Sanders, and the other Travis Hunter. My initial gut reaction, and we can all take a turn here, is I'm moderately okay with Travis Hunter. He won the Heisman. So, I don't know about the immediacy of them retiring his jersey, but if you're going to retire one of them's jersey, should be that one. Shedeur Sanders is Deion's son, so I mean, I don't know. But looking at his stats, I can't make that make sense. But it's his son. If I was the head coach, I'd put Gavin's name in the rafters too. So I'm not mad about it, but I'm like, okay, well, that's interesting. That was my gut reaction.
Yeah, I think.
Well, here's what I'm going to say.
What you got?
This is what I was going to say.
This is what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
So Colorado's AD is the culprit at wanting this to take place. And look, as you stated, Wade, yes, Travis Hunter, Heisman winner, he was electric on the field. So can I understand that one? Absolutely. Deion has nothing to do with this. He had no say in this. Absolutely nothing to do with Shedeur being the person that's getting his jersey retired. Shedeur at best was solid, but he didn't do anything spectacular. If we're going to sit here and have jerseys retired, you got to think about some of those great 90s Colorado teams. Rashawn Salam, Cordell Stewart. I mean, you had Eric Bieniemy. He played on one of Colorado's teams. So, I mean, I think there's people more deserving if you're going to retire a jersey. But I would have no issue with Travis Hunter, considering that, for what they've done in the last 2 years to kind of take a team that was 1-11 and just terrible to now kind of getting back on the map and kind of being somewhat competitive. I won't say relevant yet.
Well, record aside, they are relevant because people watch.
Yep.
That's true. Okay.
Because of the marketing Deion is
That
put
is-
into
that
it.
is true. That is true.
I mean, he is still Deion Sanders.
He
People are
is.
going to tune in and watch.
I think you've got to look at it in a different way than what you are, Teo. Because if you think about those names that you mentioned, they worked for a while and they were, they played there for multiple years. But if you look at the way today's game goes, I think that they saw that when you watched Colorado, you watched it for Shedeur and you watched it for Hunter. And they were there for 2 years. With the transfer portal the way that it is now, you're probably never going to get too many players there for 2 years of their caliber. And to do what they did in terms of bringing people out to watch them, to give, national recognition for that. And if that's what they want to do, more power to them. I mean, they know what those 2 players meant for their school. So they got the decision to do it now. If it was back when we were younger and players were there for 3 years, 4 years, and yes, you're going to have legendary people out there, but, how many opportunities are you going to get a chance to retire someone's jersey when I could play there for a year and then next year I might go to Georgia because they offered me, $20,000 more. So I guess that's how I see it.
No, I can respect it.
It's a good point. It'd be like it's similar to the impact that John Wall had at Kentucky. Made Kentucky go from all right. So Kentucky went from national prominence to Billy G or to Tubby, bless his heart, and then to Billy G, and then Kentucky wasn't a cool school to root for anymore for a long time. And then comes John Wall, he was the coolest basketball player that year. They could have immediately retired his jersey, which I'm sure that they will.
Yeah.
I liken it to closer to John Morant and Morehead State.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
You would retire his jersey right now.
Yeah.
Because of what he did for that school, even
Absolutely.
though he was just there for a little while. So that's kind of how I see it.
Well, that's
Look, I
valid
can respect it. I can respect it. I mean, 100%.
Yeah,
Because
for sure.
the outlook of how it's looked now, 100% agree with how you pose that, Mose. Absolutely.
So here's my opinion on it, and
Chad's got his. I want to point out to everybody that's listening. Chad believes so strongly in his opinion that he has written it down and he's about to read it off his phone.
Yes. I noticed that too.
He was taking.
I want to make sure I don't want to leave somebody out.
But listen. His answer could sound like a combination of mine and Teo.
That's right.
It is.
So that's probably really what it is. I'm just point that out for everybody else listening.
It's ahead of the Moses, just ahead of the game. But in reality, I think I would have less of a problem with it if they would have retired some of these other people, if they retired their jerseys. Like, for example, I'm just going to name some people off, that way I don't miss anybody. Like he said, Darian Hagan, Eric Bieniemy, Cordell Stewart, Rashawn Salam,
R.I.P.
Salam's
David
jersey.
Bakhtiari.
Stop. Salam's jersey is retired.
So it is.
Okay.
They retired it in 2017 after he
After he
died.
died.
Okay. All
Okay.
right.
So
Chris Brown, Bobby Purify. These were great people.
Chris Brown,
he just got a lot of kids.
the Rihanna Chris Brown.
No, different one. Chris Brown was a running back for the Titans.
Well,
but
obviously, I'm good.
it's,
How you
Chris
do that
Johnson.
right there, right there.
That's cheating, you bitch.
I'm about to say, hold up, dog.
Michael Westbrook. I mean, there's a lot of big names that haven't been retired there, and I feel like this is just a jump the gun. Like, I got no problems definitely with Travis Hunter, first major two-way player in a lot of years.
Oh, wow.
But
Charles Woodson.
that's been a long time. Yes, and really, Charles was a DB and just kind of a wide receiver. Travis was full time, both ways.
Yes.
But I agree with Jamal. What they did is the reason why they're getting that nomination, and it's 100%. The only thing that bothers me is if I were Shedeur. I read this. CJ may be able to find this out. I had a 1-8 record in Big 12 play, and it's like, whoa, man, that's I mean, that's a hard thing to kind of sell.
Yeah. So just to note, they are the 5th and 6th jersey retirements in Colorado history.
Damn.
That's it. And I think the issue, in my opinion, is it's so sudden. Like their college career just ended.
Yeah.
And I think if you fast forward to 5-6 years down the road, maybe, and they have good pro careers, maybe people aren't as hung up on it. I think the fact that it happens, so it's happening right now.
Yeah.
And I think that's why people are more hung up
there's
on
some
it.
shock value, and I think that gets a lot of people's
That's a
negative
good point,
reaction.
CJ.
Well, and it goes back to what Jamal said. I think if you don't do it now, then it doesn't. They're maybe not as popular. They're what they did
Could be,
isn't as important.
Yeah,
right.
True.
I will say that those two and Dion, so they might as well put Dion in the Raptors. Those three, Dion, Shedeur, and Travis, brought relevance back to Colorado and made them
Overnight.
prime time. I don't know what their merchandise sales were, but I see people walking around Glasgow with Colorado football stuff on now, and you did not see that a couple years ago.
No.
So all credit to those three, really, for bringing recognition to Colorado, because I didn't know shit about Colorado since Cordell Stewart.
Yeah.
Well,
And that's just me, and I'm a loose football fan. I don't follow college football like that. I watch it. I don't like if they're talking about it on TV. Unless they're talking about Kentucky or Notre Dame, I'm not paying attention.
Yeah.
Well, you can give a shout out to the AD because he brought Deion there.
Yeah, that's also
and then
true.
obviously because
They need to put him in the rafters too.
Because if you think about it, Travis Hunter was the #1 rated player in the nation and went and played at Jackson State.
Yeah, I will say that he
And
went,
followed Deion there because
absolutely.
Deion was the head coach.
Yeah.
Travis didn't go one of the top programs in the country. He went to Jackson State and followed Deion for what he felt he was going to be able to learn.
Travis Hunter put his faith in Deion Sanders,
Yes,
and
he
it paid
did.
off. It paid off for him.
100%.
So to talk about Deion's impact, this was from September 22 to September 23. Merchandise sales increased 1,220%.
Yeah, there you go.
And then on top of that, the university's out-of-state student applications increased by 40% during
Good
that time.
Lord. So yeah, I mean, okay, if you're the university, right?
Yeah.
If you're the university, you're like, we got to do something for these guys. Here's what we're going to do. But I also feel like they should have at the same time put those past players up there. That would have silenced everybody else.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
I think that's just it.
It wouldn't have because people suck, but it would have silenced a lot of
Well,
them.
especially since they only had like 5 or 6 jerseys retired.
Yeah,
that's
wild.
a small
Yeah.
number.
His move also resulted in over $45 million earned in media money for the school, and they had seen a 42% increase in sponsorship revenue.
Wow.
That's the Deion impact.
That's
to
the
the
Deion
program.
impact.
Hence why they just extended him because I think he didn't he get a contract extension?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
And it was big money.
I honestly thought that he was going to be the next Cowboys coach.
I don't think him and Jerry would fly. I mean, he played in Big D, but I don't think him and Jerry.
I don't think it would have been a good move, but I really thought that Jerry Jones was going to be like, let's. I want that here.
I don't know that it would have been a good move. It would have been because I just if it didn't work out, like I would never want Deion's legacy to
Yeah, that's what I was
going to
say.
Yeah.
because he got there, and let's be honest. I mean, the talent level hasn't been shit. So Jerry hasn't made smart moves, smart investment in players. So I don't know that Deion would have had everything that he needed to succeed.
Yeah. No, I agree with that too.
Yeah.
Deion Sanders for me is my favorite athlete of all time.
Bo Jackson's up
Yeah.
there.
Bo's up there for me too, but Bo didn't. If Bo would have played longer,
Yeah.
there would have
The
been
injuries
no
crushed him.
question about it. Deion had some longevity to him.
Bo was literally that shooting star. He was here for such a short amount of time.
Yep.
But for my age, Deion was after Bo.
Right.
He
right
kept playing.
Yes.
I still have my
two
Deion
sport-
Sanders.
To
Two
have
sports?
those two athletes come within like that short amount of time together is
Wild.
like, kind of like unheard of.
Oh, I mean, yeah, because you think about it. So I mean, Deion, greatest DB ever.
Yeah.
But he also returner. He also played a little bit of wide out at certain points in time throughout his career, where he, because he did a lot of that more in San Francisco than he
hang on.
did in Dallas.
Hang on. You think Deion's the greatest DB ever?
I do.
I do.
I think it's Darrell Revis.
Shit.
No.
Shit.
Well, like I just said, Deion's my favorite athlete. But as far as like the position, I think
Revis was
It's
locked down.
debatable.
I think you could put Champ Bailey in this conversation. I think you could put you could put Sean Taylor in this conversation.
You could. Sean Taylor was a safety.
But he's
Still
still
a
that's still a
DB.
DB.
Well, I mean, but again,
it's a different. Yeah.
it's a different. If a different.
I'm not going to argue with you.
No,
I
no,
was just posing the
And look,
question.
no, and it becomes a debate.
Yeah.
It definitely becomes a debate because the people that you've named,
Well,
go ahead.
I think that Revis was great. Locked down, shut down, everybody's scared of him, but his decline was quicker
Yes, 100%.
than it was for Deion because, I mean, it was just like boom. Okay, I didn't put a toe on Revis Island, and then now I've got a whole foot the next year. And then the year after that, I'm on in there in my drawers, sitting out there in the sun.
Oh, you're 100% right. Speaking of the biggest decline in a DB's career, let's talk about Nnamdi Asomugha. Nnamdi had one good year in Philadelphia.
Yep,
It was in
gone.
Oakland.
No, it
That's
was
right.
Oakland.
That's what brought him to Philadelphia. It was in
That's
Oakland.
when they created the dream team over
Yes.
there in Philly because Vic was back.
That's right.
They started putting pieces together.
Because it was such a big story because Nnamdi had an awesome time in Oakland when he got to Philly. Every time before a Philadelphia game, like they had a story about Nnamdi Asomugha. And in that year, I was like, damn, this dude is like one of my favorite players because his story's awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
But his output on the field that year was.
I'm telling you, when some of these guys get their
really
money,
bad.
when some of these guys get their money, get that payday, and to some, I'm not gonna. I don't know with Nnamdi Asomugha, what went down with him, but Rivas started dealing with some injuries, and then it was all he talked a lot.
Yeah,
he wanted to talk a lot, and look. His play was still solid, but it's not what got him that contract.
Yeah, I agree with you.
And we also have to remember, I played defensive back, but it's the easiest as spectators. It's the easiest position for your weaknesses to be able to be shown.
Yeah.
So, you can make a left move instead of a right, and all of a sudden you're torched.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So all your mistakes are on the jumbotron all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
So just to give the guy a little bit, just to give him a little bit of slack.
Now, here's what I will say that I like. So all five of us here have something in common. We played high school baseball. All right, that's at least my favorite sport. There's other people.
We got something else.
But, that's probably true. But my other thing is two of the greatest athletes of all time were both quoted as saying is baseball was the more difficult sport.
Yeah, so, okay, what's more difficult, golf or baseball?
Baseball.
That's still baseball. But
hitting a baseball is one of the hardest things to do based off physics.
Yeah, I should not disagree with you because my batting average as a senior was 0. 0.
That's
All right.
a sound clip.
Was it? If he wasn't so far away from the mic, it could have been.
I don't know. It's still pretty good.
Listen, I loved baseball growing up, and I sucked in high school.
Smalls.
Sucked. But I still played. Still wanted to be a part of it.
That
wanted
tells
to be
you your love
around
for it.
Yeah. Wanted to smell literally wanted to smell the dirt, like the sound of cleats on concrete, like the camaraderie with everybody. Loved it.
yeah.
Was I any good? No. Absolutely not. My prime time came in softball. That's really where I tend to.
And you had some pretty good years there in golf too, where you.
Oh, I'm still a good golfer. I mean, fuck you.
It makes it sound like he was really a
You're not as good as you once were,
No,
but you're as good once as you ever were.
Wow.
No, that's also not true because I could never play like I used to play. Of course, I don't play as much. I played every day back then.
Yeah,
but yes, I agree with you. I used to be a lot better than I am. I still love it. It's still my favorite sport
Yeah.
to play. All right. Speaking of baseball, I started watching The Clubhouse, a year with the Boston Red Sox on Netflix. I'm not done with it. I'm about halfway through it. Y'all just shut up. Y'all just shut up over there on that side of the table.
Yeah.
It's Yankee fans and torpedo bats over to our left.
Hey, here's what I'll say. Here's what I'll say about this show. I think it's going to be an ongoing thing with different teams every year.
Yeah, I think
like
so too.
They do on HBO, Hard Knocks. It is so good. You get all the behind-the-scenes stuff. And for me, it being my favorite team, it's even more cool to me. So even if you're not a Red Sox fan, it is worth watching because it's very well produced. There's a lot of stuff that you don't know about what goes on in a major league clubhouse.
Well, I'll credit that back to golf. With them doing this is the third season of
Full swing.
Yeah.
I still haven't watched the first season, so I'm kind of out of the loop. But I need to. I'll probably start that as soon as I finish.
And each episode is on different players. That's the thing. So you get to learn about some of these other players
that's pretty
that
cool.
you're not familiar with or may not watch a lot of.
It's a great marketing idea.
Shout out your boy JT with the win this weekend at RBC Heritage.
I was a week late in that pick, or a week early. I was a week early with.
He
my
went
pick.
from dog water to not too bad in a week.
Well, not too
That
bad.
tells
He
you
won.
what golf is.
I mean, look, Thursday he went out and shot 10 under and should have very easily shot 12.
Yeah, I have seen that course, by the way. that they just played at in
Harbor
Hilton Head.
Town.
It is really cool. Seen the lighthouse. It's very cool. Very nice.
That used to
looking
be like
course.
the golf game that you get on like the old PC,
Yeah.
and it was like a
Golf.
CD-ROM.
Yeah. Harbortown was always
Harbortown
on
Leaks
there.
is what it was.
Yep. Yeah, I need to watch Full Swing. Has anybody? You've surely finished it.
Yeah, I have.
I've got 2 episodes left, so
I
I've
haven't
got.
even watched it.
I haven't
done.
either. Haven't
I'm
either.
done. But you need to watch the first couple seasons. It
Oh,
kind of
yeah,
gets you
that's my
into
point.
it.
That's my
It's
point.
actually really good.
The Clubhouse with a year with the Red Sox is really good.
How many episodes in that?
I don't really know.
It's an 8-part docuseries.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be. I, mean, look,
I think I'm episode 5.
I could have a whole. I would be a lot more into watching that if I knew they were going to do a different team every year.
I think
100%.
I assume that they will just by the title.
because I
Yeah.
mean, obviously,
The
look,
title's the Clubhouse, and then it's a year with the Boston Red Sox.
So, I
I
mean, you
assume
think-
like the next one will be a year,
A year
with the Tampa Bay.
it would be awesome to
Braves
do
or
it that
some
way
shit.
because I mean, you think about teams that people are invested in. You've got the Yankees, you've got the Dodgers, you've got the Cubs, you've got the Red Sox,
Braves.
the Braves,
Braves in this side of the country.
Phillies. I mean, that's another team that people are interested in. You know, the Giants.
Phillies need to bring back permanently the baby blue. And
Oh
maroon.
yes,
Oh,
the
yes.
Mike Schmidt.
Yes. era, yeah.
That stuff
John
was
Crook.
That colorway for
Daryl
me
Dalton.
was their best one.
Dutch.
Lenny Dykstra.
Lenny.
Oh, wow.
He did. Still to
Mickey,
this day,
hold up.
Lenny Dykstra.
Hold up, Mickey Morandini.
still to this day, Lenny Dykstra.
I remember Mickey.
It was my idol about how much chew.
Yeah, good
to
lord.
put in
Oh
his
my
mouth.
god! Put a whole pouch in there.
Yeah, his lips never touched one time.
Never
when he
touched
had
his
to do
teeth.
that.
Oh my gosh.
No, it was insane. Like I can't remember a time to see baseball with Lenny Dykstra playing, and he didn't have the biggest wad.
Didn't
And when he would go to spit, it was like spitting out a half of a
Yes.
jar.
he? What?
Yes.
But didn't he get mouth cancer?
Sure did.
Yeah,
There you go.
Yep.
kind of saw that coming.
Listen
Yep,
to you
cause and
kiddos
effect.
out there.
Cause
Yeah.
and effect.
Yeah, that's right. John Crook had testicular cancer,
Yes, he did.
and he's a one nut crook now.
One nut crook.
And he's one of the last people to
Remember
hold on to
One
the
Nut Day?
mullets.
He did hold on to that
the
mullet.
severe mullet.
He took it to
Randy did too.
He took it to Chi-Town too, though.
Yeah.
Mo said,
Randy Johnson did too.
Oh, Randy
He
Johnson.
never let that go.
Hey, it was
Till he got with the Yankees.
that was long. That was long up in
shame
Seattle.
on Randy Johnson for going to the Yankees from a small market.
Went from Seattle to Arizona. Won a World Series with Kurt Schilling.
Kurt Schilling.
And here's
Kurt
the
Schilling was
craziest
a
part.
Republican.
As good as Randy Johnson was, this next generation's only going to know him as the guy who disintegrated
Yes.
a bird
Yeah.
with a baseball.
Randy
And he-
Johnson was If you said intimidation, you're talking about Nolan Ryan and Randy Johnson. And Randy Johnson being 6'7".
That's the intimidating
Coming from
part.
the left
Lord.
side.
Because you
Yeah,
know
and
he's
lefty.
stepping halfway the plate.
Yeah, and he's a lefty.
I don't know that I agree with that because when I think about the history of the game, I think that baseball has some of the most knowledgeable
Yeah.
fans
Yeah.
out there. So I don't know that he would just be known for that. Because I mean, if you look at the Little League World Series sometimes, and you listen to some of the players that they recall or whatever, I mean, they got pretty vast knowledge.
Yeah.
And I think that's different than football, basketball. I mean, maybe basketball has the most because, I mean, we all wanted to be like Jordan.
Yeah.
I mean, you didn't care if you loved basketball, you didn't. So, but we'll see.
Literally, my little boy goes, "Is that DeBon James?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's him. That's DeBon."
Well, and look, and now in baseball, you don't see pitchers. Starting pitchers don't go the distance. Starting pitchers aren't giving you seven
That's a
strong
thing in the
innings.
past.
Starting pitchers they're not doing that because now most of them, that pitch count's getting up there at about 100 pitches and they're only in the fifth inning. Yeah.
It's because
Depending
their
on-
arms are fried by the time they get to this
So
level.
again,
that
now
is true. Yeah.
you know, you look at a lot of these legit, the solid pitchers that some of these teams have anymore now. It's like, hey, you give me 5 to 6, we'll leave it up to our bullpen to take it home.
Let me ask you, I mean, just in response to that, let me ask you all this. Do you think that that's a direct result of the pitcher or a direct result of analytics saying,
that's true.
this versus arm surgeries or this
I think
versus
it's
longevity?
I think it's both.
Yes.
I think it's like CJ said, their arms are fried because growing up, little league, travel baseball, high school baseball, they're wearing their arms out,
Now.
as opposed to like when we were coming up.
We had breaks.
Yeah.
Well, we were forced to play other sports, and that's a huge difference in
that's
training.
also a
I'll say
good
we
thing.
were
But
forced.
I also think it is analytics to where they know, like, all right, we can't push this guy past 85 pitches tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, and look, it is a common theme now where analytics is in every sport.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so, just like in the NFL, well, the analytics say I should go for it here on 4th and 5, or whatever. But I'll say this: when we all grew up, all 5 of us growing up, we had breaks in sports that we played. We knew we were done. In the summertime, from like May to July, we were playing summer baseball. Then we had a break. Then people were going to the football. You had soccer. You had
you were
breaks.
forced
You
to
gave
play
your
something
body
else, or
a
you were just
rest.
bored.
You gave your body a rest. Now, kids are playing baseball year round.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Kids are playing soccer year round. Kids are playing AAU basketball, and they're playing year round. So again, we're probably going to miss out on some really good athletes because of burnout.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And that becomes a choice because, look, all of us know as kids, we wanted to go. So it comes to a point where,
Not me.
as a parent to some of these kids that are playing all these sports year round, that kind of thing, you got to kind of be able to say, all right, my kid's going to end up getting burnt out. Or
As a kid, when I was a kid, I wanted to go home. I wanted to be on my PlayStation.
Well, there's analytics and studies now showing that it's actually better for you to play multiple sports in the longevity of it because you're training in different motions. Your muscles are get used differently in different sports.
For sure.
Yeah. But you also have you've got some coaches in high school and AAU that discourage their players
Yes.
from doing
Absolutely
anything
true.
else. To be a if you want to use this word, to specialize in one sport.
Yeah.
So back to Tommy John surgeries real quick.
Oh.
They have surged. They increased about 9% year over year.
Oh wow.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Since the first one, which happened in 1975 when Tommy John.
Tommy John, is that the elbow or
Yes.
is
the
the
okay.
UCL, the
UCL
ulnar
nerve.
collateral.
Yeah.
Okay. Sweet.
Yeah.
So CJ,
I guess it's not sweet.
Can you see if it's been so every single year it goes up?
Yeah, they're saying that roughly the increase is about 9% year over year.
Dr. James Andrews staying hard at work.
Yeah, it says
he's
it's
making his money.
It's estimated that nearly 2,500 professional baseball players have undergone the surgery since
Lord.
in 50 years.
Cubs just lost Justin Steele to
Yeah.
it. I mean,
Yeah,
he's
and we just lost Garrett Cole too.
Garrett Cole's got it. Yeah, he had it right there before the
I like
start.
Garrett
Is that
Cole.
his second
I'm not
one?
gonna lie.
Or is he-
Yes.
I think
That's
so.
what I was saying. I think
It
he
is.
said that
And
too.
another thing that because this article points it out, pitchers throw a lot harder now.
Yeah.
You mean you were talking about Randy Johnson, who by the way was 6'10", not 6'7".
6'10"?
Yeah, he was. That's why he was a big unit. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like
Correction.
he brought gas, and there were other guys that did. But now, how common is it that a pitcher is going to hit way upper 90s or low
How common
triple
is it
digits?
for a pitcher to hit that speed as a left-hander?
AKA Paul
Yeah.
Skeens.
Chapman, Aroldis Chapman's a right-hander, right?
He's a lefty.
Lefty.
No, okay, so he's also a lefty,
Yes.
but he's not 6'10".
No,
Paul
He's
Skeens is
he's close.
what 6'5"?
I don't know,
maybe?
but he throws gas.
Paul Skeens is also. I saw a TikTok the other day where it's like
See,
Babe Ruth in a time machine to present day facing Paul
Oh, yeah,
Skeens,
yeah.
and he was like,
He's 6'6". He's 6'6".
so
Yeah.
we're
He's a
naming
big
all these.
dude, man.
We're naming all these hard throwers. I know all of us probably remember Jamie Moyer, who threw like 82.
Yes.
Jamie
Left-hander.
Moyer,
He threw
Seattle
the
Mariners.
Ephus pitch.
Long
But he played
career.
20 plus years.
20 plus years.
Greg Maddux.
Greg Maddux.
But
That's
here's the
what I say.
thing.
Yeah.
People don't remember. Greg Maddux used to throw 95, 96 early on.
But once he
learned how to pitch.
Yes, because he lost it.
He learned how to pitch and he learned to field his position.
Ironically, you had two medium gassers. You had Maddox and Glavin on the same team.
John Smoltz, Steve
Smoltz,
Avery.
very
Smoltz could
successful.
bring it,
Smoltz
though.
could, yeah, because he was throwing heat.
Steve Avery.
Smoltz was a closer there for a while.
Yeah,
He
after
transitioned.
he transferred, yeah.
He transitioned to the closing role.
He decided to take over for John Wetland.
Let's not forget about John Rocker.
Rocker.
Oh, God. So did y'all? It's been a
He's
while,
off his
but
rocker.
That
Let's
are you
leave
talking
Patrick
about outside that water?
Mahomes,
Yeah,
Patrick Mahomes and John Rocker in the streets,
Patrick
boy.
Mahomes Senior. Yeah,
Yes.
just to quote that.
Yeah, let's
daddy.
leave that alone.
Yeah.
Let's leave John Rocker alone.
Yeah, Smoltz had
he's an
213 wins.
Not him.
and
I- the top-
154
the top.
saves. Like,
How
I mean,
much?
213 wins and 154 saves.
It's impressive.
Over 3,000 strikeouts in his career.
That right there is uber impressive.
But I mean, at least he found like the transition. But like you said, he had to do that because he could
started
not
having arm
go.
trouble.
He couldn't go those
Started having
long
arm
distances
problems.
like he
The
used
most
to.
impressive stat that I've heard, and this is not about pitchers, was that Maddox, Glavin, Smoltz, and Pedro Martinez combined struck out Tony Gwynn 3 times.
Yeah.
That's
That's
insane.
nuts.
I just saw a video where he got the phone call to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Which one?
Tony Gwynn.
Yeah.
And it's still
Tony
I mean,
Gwynn's the man.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, because
I changed my Facebook profile picture to Tony Gwynn the day he died.
So as of today, we
I
witnessed
like Tony Gwynn.
probably the greatest hitter of all time, 2 of the greatest athletes of all time,
Arguably, yes.
the greatest basketball player of all time. Like obviously, if
we've
this keeps
covered it.
going, that things
yeah,
could
because
change.
but
during our generation,
a lot of these,
One of the greatest golfers, Tiger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
arguably the greatest. I mean, it's
Yeah.
well, I think
his
look,
injuries have kind of changed.
But
things,
here's,
in my opinion.
but here's the thing, and that's why you have the greatest, and we say we've seen that, but imagine what our kids will see as they get older, and the
That's the
athletes that will
thing.
come along. There will be
Well-
others that come along.
And
shout
that
out to
supplant
YouTube
them.
for that though.
In that argument, that older generation would probably argue that Jim Thorpe was just as good an athlete as Bo Jackson and all them.
It's true. It's generation by generation who the best is at everything.
Yeah, it's subjective.
Yeah,
It's very,
It is.
very-
very.
I mean, you got to take into consideration the time it's being played, what the equipment was like if you're talking about
The
golf,
way the game was played.
how good your opposing players that you're playing against are.
Yeah.
Speaking
talking about
of-
baseball and
Equipment. I read a story somewhere. I don't know if y'all seen it, where Jim Thorpe went over for the Olympics and he got like his track shoes stolen, and literally he pulled a pair of shoes out of a dumpster right
Yeah.
before an event and won with them.
That's crazy.
Literally the shoes you bring over there to compete get stolen. So you just put on somebody's old shoes with holes in them and just go dominate. Well, he's got some ear sweat.
Technical difficulties, ladies and gentlemen.
no, it's physical difficulties, not technical.
And we're back.
And we're back. All right, let's take a quick break and be right back with what are we even talking about?
We're all over the place.
All right, and we're back.
All right, the 5 of us in this room played on a what do you call that? An adult league,
Legendary
Yeah.
slow
Men's
pitch
league.
softball
Men's
team.
Men's league.
softball team. So, and we were the regulators.
Mount up.
Here's how
It was
here's-
a clear black night.
Here's how that name came to be. We were sitting in a meeting with, I don't know why they had a meeting, but shout out to Jason Cook for organizing a meeting for all these softball teams
Yeah.
before the year started. And it was me, Teo, and CJ, right? You just blowing in
He's
them.
just
Cooling my coffee down.
But you forgot you had a microphone.
Yeah.
Get this man an ice cube.
You were there too,
Yeah,
right? That's
yeah,
what I thought.
yeah.
And they were. Cook was like, "All right, so what's everybody's team name going to be?" And it got to us, and we were like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah.
we didn't
We
thought-
froze.
And Teo just off the cuff went, "Regulators." So that's how that came to be.
Mound
And
up.
I had the jerseys made, and I was like, "Give me the Rice R."
Yep.
Yes,
Yes.
that's back when Rice was killing it in college baseball.
Yeah, and the first year of Regulators, we had the white R on the left breast.
Yep.
And then the second year, it was middle
With a black R.
black
Yep.
R.
Yeah.
Were you on both?
Well, that's what I was
had
going
this
to say. Was
conversation.
everybody on the team from me from my
I don't-
infamous trash can smash?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't remember that?
No.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I
It's,
don't either.
it's not infamous then.
Then it's not.
It's not. infamous.
It is
then.
definitely not
Big
infamous.
facts.
Then, so.
I do remember
That was a correction.
an immediate one. I do remember Jamal trying to fight, or he wasn't trying to fight.
Winchester.
The Winchester wanted to fight Jamal and told Jamal to come to Park City, and Jamal said,
But
Mo said, "Why would I go to Park City?"
yeah, but now I was thinking about that last night because I was like,
Was that
trying to-
Les Winchester?
No, it was
Dauber.
Greg?
No, it wasn't Dauber.
it wasn't Dauber.
No.
It was Greg. It was
Greg?
No, because Greg. Is
It was
Dauber.
Les. It was
Yeah, it
Les.
was.
Greg
Yeah,
Dauber.
that's
he had
right.
the mullet.
That's
It was
right.
Les.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
now, was that Regulators or was that Mackin?
No, that was
No, that was
Regulators?
Regulators.
Okay, I
Regulators.
couldn't
Yeah.
100%
We was on
remember.
field 3 when that took
I
place.
do remember that.
Yes.
Back left.
Back left,
Yep.
yes. I remember that.
No.
Yes.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah,
Back
it
left.
was the
Do
back
y'all
one.
remember what it was about? What it was mad about? I don't
It
remember.
was something stupid.
Yeah.
It was just something
Well-
stupid to be arguing about.
He always mouthed a little bit, and
Yeah.
Jamal had enough, and Jamal started mouthing, so they started yelling at each other.
And I'm pretty sure he called you boy, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, that's what it was.
That's what
Yeah,
started it.
Yeah.
that's
just-
what set it off. Right
It
there.
became. It
I
became.
do remember
Because I
that.
remember standing there going, oh, hell.
This was also the same time frame, and this is why Mose calls me coach. That what was the name of that? What was the name of that?
Billy Martin.
Yeah, yes, it was Billy Martin, but the name of
with the Yankees.
the show that they had on ESPN about the '77 season.
Hold up.
What was the name? Bronx
CJ's
is
got-
burning. Bronx
Yeah.
is burning.
Yeah.
Yes, that's it.
That, and I'm not a Yankees fan, and in fact, I hate the Yankees because I'm a Red Sox fan. But that show was
loved it.
awesome.
I loved it.
I will still find it. I will look for it on YouTube and watch the whole thing.
I like it.
But yes, John Turturro was Billy Martin.
Oh yeah.
And Jamal was Reggie Jackson. So I was Billy Martin. He was Reggie Jackson. So it was kind of an inside thing. But yes, those were some fun days. We kind of got hot there at the in the tournament that year.
Yep. We ended up did we get third. I think.
I can't
We did
remember
get
what
third.
we
We did get
Lost in
third.
the semifinals.
We lost to, was it Darren?
Bradwells?
Was it the Thompsons?
Yeah, that's right.
And
the
John
Tampico,
Guides.
Tampico Stogies is who we lost to.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
became Ely
Was it-
drugs.
that was
I think.
like Darren and Drew and all them, and then John Guides.
Yep.
And
And then
yeah.
I played for them. I played with them after we didn't do the Regulators anymore.
I moved to Nashville.
Yep, I had the
I made a
Tampico
change.
I got
Stogies
married.
shirt.
Teo moved to Nashville.
But funny thing about the Winchesters
We all
is
just
Scoop
fell
went back
apart.
to school.
so
Well, Chad carried on with Austin and them.
Yeah.
on a whole,
Yeah.
Chad left
I
us.
was on that team the
Chad,
first year.
Yeah, Chad abandoned us all and went to play.
Chad
with
yelled
a
at
more
me on the
competitive
field.
team.
That's what I'm talking. That was the infamous trash can.
That wasn't
That's what I was
Regulators.
pissed
Chad-
off because we were losing. I slammed the trash can in
Chad
the dugout. And
screamed
trash
at
went
me
everywhere.
on the field.
I was like, "Run after the damn ball!"
I was telling Chad, I wasn't even talking to Chad. I was talking to the guy that was playing next to you in the outfield.
So
But I didn't feel comfortable enough to tell him anything. So I was talking to you.
Who was
to
it?
Scoot, I don't know. To scoot back. And Chad lost it on me.
I think
Ano- add
was
it-
I
add
on
that-
the team?
Get back, Danielson.
That's what I'm trying. I can't remember. They all ran together there towards the end.
Because right as soon as I finished playing, I mean, that's when
You
I
played
went to,
in Bowling Green a lot.
Yeah,
too.
that's when I went.
Yeah.
Well, except when I don't know if you all played with us, but we would come down and go to Metcalfe County.
I played over there one
Yeah, I
time with
played over
Turtle
there,
and
too.
Hoss. And,
Never
yeah.
played.
Yeah.
Played over there.
Yeah.
And then the terrible thing about that is like you could hit a fucking left or right field Yankee shot, and you're losing your balls. Like it's it's a right field Yankee all the way around those fields in
Yeah.
Metcalfe County.
Yeah, because they had basically woods behind them.
Yes.
and then you'd have to bring like 5 sets of balls and just pray that nobody hit more than 4 or 5 out. You didn't have no balls to play with.
I will point out my fashion sense that year with the Regulators. I wore
yes.
a blue bandana around my head.
You did.
Long,
That is right.
long or tail length shorts and knee socks.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
I was
Tail length shorts.
Yeah, the ones you still wear. Adam Sandler length.
The UNLV shorts from back in the day.
Yeah, I felt good about my fashion sense. Would smoke cigarettes in the dugout. Those were some
Back in the day,
days.
we could do it. Yeah.
20 years next year.
Banging heaters.
19
Really?
years ago this year.
That's crazy. It's been that
Yeah,
long.
we were the Regulators 06, 07.
Yeah.
So I tell you, a funny thing is, like I said, I started playing ball in Bowling Green more, and in between games down there, you getting down, you drinking,
Yeah.
and shit. And coming from Glasgow, I'm like, damn, y'all down here drinking like kids. So
Yeah, people were drinking in the parking lot at Beaver
Yes.
Trail.
Yeah.
They quickly put an end to that.
yeah, I knew they would.
Yeah.
It's funny looking back at those seasons though. Like we really were trying to be as ultra competitive.
Yeah, we were.
Yep.
As we.
I mean,
could be.
we were built that way to be
Yeah,
competitive.
we were.
I mean,
We were young too. I
Yeah,
mean,
we were.
we weren't too far from
We
we
just
weren't
said 20 years
we were
ago.
young.
I was
and we
22.
had momentum.
We were still semi-prime,
30.
I could still run.
except for Chad. He was
I
I
definitely
was 30.
Well, and look,
no.
I mean, we all took different paths after that, but I mean, when I played weekend ball in Tennessee, when I moved to Tennessee,
Yeah.
that was a different breed of softball that I'd ever
Yes.
witnessed in my life.
So I like being competitive a whole lot. Like it's part of who
Yeah.
I am.
Sure.
But there comes a time when it's too competitive. I still want to go out there with my friends and have a good time, and that's
Yeah.
exactly what we
That's
did.
what we're- yeah,
those 2
that
years.
was the whole
And
thing.
to me, I love that.
And
I don't
think-
want to be like. I don't want it to be too competitive.
And see,
Yeah.
that was the good thing about playing in Bowling Green is that there was so many different leagues
Yeah.
that you could choose, to play. I mean, I'll be honest with you, the last 12 years, or last 10 years I played, I did not lace my shoestrings up at all. Because there was no boom, hit a ball in the gap, that's a guaranteed double. No, stopping at first.
Yeah, he's Cadillacing the bases. I mean, he's Cadillacing. I mean,
And this is coming from a man with a lot of speed. So
so here's the thing, and here's a question because I honestly don't know. I think they've gotten rid of it. I honestly don't think they don't have a men's league
I don't think
softball
so.
here
I
anymore.
think it's,
Yeah,
I think it's
everything
co-ed,
is-
isn't it?
It's all co-ed.
It's all co-ed.
now when I played, me coming out of high school, the dominant league was church league. There was a huge church league, and
Down
then
there
there
at
was a
Weldon
big
Park.
men's league, and then there was a big co-ed league. And
Weldon
then it
Park
kinda
was
just-
busy on Wednesday nights.
Yes.
But
Calvary Baptist was balling it up.
Oh, you'd have people you're like, you're from Metcalf County. You don't go church over here. And it's like, yeah,
But
I do.
baseball
Amen.
participation in
Once a
this
month.
area
Wednesday
is
nights.
just down too.
Oh,
mean,
everything is down.
you
I
know,
mean,
Yeah.
just athletes in general. I mean, I'll see some of these, football games and baseball games, and I'm like, man, we would have dusted these kids.
Yeah.
When we were the same age.
There's too many things else to do today.
Yeah.
If you weren't out
Electronics take over.
playing,
Yep.
when we were, even in our young 20s, if you weren't out doing something, you were bored.
Yep.
100%.
So you're
Well,
like,
and that's why
"What's the
leagues
softball
like
thing?"
this are not as like what we played in are not as popular as
Yeah.
they were then. Because I mean, we were from that generation where we were still looking for that high, I guess you could say, of that competitive, but also like you said, Wade, being with your friends. And like that was an outlet for us to do those things. And now it's different. Times have changed, and that's why a lot of that has dropped off.
Well, and technology has been a big key of that because
True.
growing up, iPhone didn't exist. There was no iPhone.
We came from the generation of a minute plan. You had so many minutes on your phone.
You had to flip a phone open.
Okay, real quick.
yeah.
It needs to be pointed out. Teo bowled a 279 last night.
No.
I'm looking at the picture.
That's with handicap.
Yeah, that's handicap.
Never mind.
I mean, not to take away from my
Never
man or
mind.
whatever,
I'd still.
I bowled a 247 in that game.
yes.
Damn.
Then I give you
Not even
props.
worth
There we
talking
go.
about that.
I was gonna say.
Scratch that from
Well,
the
Don't be showing us that picture if that ain't the truth.
What was it like?
And then I
couple-
bowled
a couple
that-
weeks ago, we were on the phone before you bowled, and you were like, I'm about to go in here and bowl, playing blah, blah, blah. And I said, if you don't bowl a 300, I don't want to hear about it.
Yeah, no.
And
So I bowled that.
he said, I guess you won't ever hear about it.
Yeah. 'Cause now, last night, so the league ended, so they just did a 9-pin, no-tap little tournament. So there's only 16 people that got in it. And believe it or not, I only had four frames where I got 9 pins that considered a strike. So I bowled a 236, 247, and my last game was a 253.
Is that your best series of all time?
All the time.
Shit, yeah.
By far?
Yeah.
I was just going to say, like, I've seen you talk about some series, but that's
No,
a
I've
pretty
had some
high.
good, but now, look.
That's a 700 or close, right at it? 236.
Yeah,
Hashtag
it's over
CJ's
700.
math guy.
I mean, look.
I wasn't paying attention.
What's those numbers again? Do some math here.
I don't want math.
Just all you got to do is the second round of numbers.
No,
36. Hold on.
Oh my gosh.
Well, anyway.
anyways,
This went weird.
it is. All right, so, all right.
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen.
Transition here.
They
Transition.
using their fingers and toes. Back
Yeah.
Jamal, take your shoes off. Hang on.
Yeah, I got you.
Real quick. Real quick. Before we move on to
Real.
Thursday night. Let's go ahead and check this off the list. What's one thing that we wish we were better at? One thing that we each wish we were better at.
You want me to start? I'll start.
Let's go this way.
Swimming, because
You can't?
I can't.
Okay. Swimming.
That's easy.
So, back in the day, anytime that CJ and his wife, and at the time me and my wife would go out to eat in Bowling Green, what was the one thing I always wanted to
Wade
do?
always wanted to get a hotel just so he could go to the pool.
Just so I could swim.
We would be like, we're going out to eat in Bowling Green. Wade'd be like, you know what? Let's just get a hotel so we can go to the pool.
Sounded fun to me.
And I'm like, do you have your swimming trunks with you? Like,
I have them on.
Yeah.
He has them on right now.
Right now.
He's still
it's
to
like
this
he's
day.
always
he's
ready.
on.
Exactly, Jamal. It's
He's
like
ready
he's
right
always
now.
ready. He's got his swimming trunks on all the time.
Yeah, that's right. So that explains why that never happened.
Yeah.
What's one thing that you wish you were better at, Scoop?
Weight loss.
Chad's answer is actually metabolism.
Yes, metabolically challenged. Metabolically challenged over here.
You wish you were better at losing weight?
Yeah.
He's pulled up the old YouTube
Then I can
videos of
eat what
Body
I
by
wanted
Jake.
to. Yeah, I can't do that anymore.
Yeah, it seems like, well, I mean, this could go for about anything, but I feel like that may be like a determination thing.
No.
And well, I don't mean that derogatory. I mean, like,
Damn, dog.
you're,
Shit.
That's cold blooded.
no, you just said it. You like to eat. I like to eat too, so I get it. Like, the difference is my depression lets me go without eating for a few days.
Yes.
So I'm good.
You get the
Mine-
caloric deficit from it.
Mine makes me. Mine,
make
mine
up on the back
unfortunately
end.
doesn't do that. It's more alcohol. When
Yeah.
I'm depressed.
Jamal, what's one thing that you wish you were better at?
For somebody who loves music as much as I do, playing an instrument.
Oh, that'd be cool.
That's a good one. That is a good one. Teo.
While I feel Chad's pain on the metabolism side, one thing that I wish I was better. I wish I was more of a handyman. Fix things.
yeah.
You know, I'm not an electrician. I mean, I told Kim early on, I said, something break, if it's not electronic, we paying somebody because I can't fix shit.
Here's just real quick on that. I am a pretty good handyman. Here's my problem with being a handyman for all you people listening that are like, he's full of shit.
Yeah.
I'm not full of shit. I just don't. I'm too lazy
Yeah,
to
you
do
don't
it.
have the motivation to do
I don't have
it.
the motivation to like do it. Once I have to do it, or I get
A project is
in a
presented.
manic state, I can get it done, and I like doing those things. One thing that I wish that I was better at would be golf, and I feel like I'm a decent golfer, but I want to be better.
Sure.
So that's the one thing.
I figured CJ would have these quotes somewhere, but I see these things all the time. It's like 1% of people or 10% of people, whatever, shoot underneath 100. So many percent of people like these small amounts.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
The
I don't know what they are.
the percentage of people that shoot under 80 is
Really, really small.
really small. So
And that's a consistent. Like I
Yeah.
don't think that's just have had one round. I think it's like consistently.
Yeah. Anyway,
CJ's working over here.
Thursday night. Tell us about what Thursday night brings.
So we got the 2025 NFL Draft, and the Tennessee Titans are on the clock.
Who does Mel Kiper have as going number one?
He has Miami's quarterback Cam Ward going to the Tennessee Titans at number 1 right now.
And who is the Titans' current quarterback?
Will
That-
Levis.
Will
That's
Levis,
right. My Kentucky boy.
Yes.
who ain't done shit.
No. Yes, he
Unfortunately.
has. He has. He's done the exact same thing he did at Kentucky.
Hey, bananas backwards.
He
Hey,
would,
trying to play hero ball.
Yep, he would look good for a half,
And then he find a way to give away the game.
Yeah, and then Brett Favre reincarnated comes out. He's throwing the ball all over the place.
Yeah.
No. So Tennessee's projected to take Cam Ward, and then that's when it kind of gets interesting because Cleveland The Cleveland Browns have the 2nd overall pick.
Gotcha.
And
Who
go ahead.
who went number 1 last season?
Caleb Williams went number 1 to the
Mm-hmm.
Chicago Bears.
Who's a Chicago Bears fan? What weirdos.
These two right here.
I still wonder what Urlacher's doing.
I also wonder what he's doing. He's growing hair. That's what
He
he's
is.
doing.
From a recent Facebook thing I saw, he was regretting talking trash to Boss Rutan one time. Was exactly what he was doing.
I think I saw that too.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, projected number 2.
Projection for number 2 is a gentleman that we have been talking about a little bit here earlier, Travis Hunter, going to Cleveland.
Where's Shador Sanders in the?
That's where it gets. That's where
hang
it gets controversial.
Before we
So-
go any further, I want to ask this question to the group: Is he allowed to play both ways in the NFL?
depends on the team. He says he
Because
wants to
you
be
know
a-
how in depth they are about injuries and all this stuff. Like, do they allow him to play
He
two?
has
I
said that
don't
he
think-
expects the commissioner to, when they call his name, he expects them to list him as a wide receiver and a DB.
He also said he would rather quit football than not play both ways.
I think he'll play both ways. I don't think he'll play both ways as
Predominantly.
much as he did in
I
college.
don't. Look, I don't think he realizes because look, his frame is not what. I don't think his body's going to be able to withstand to play both ways. The way that the talent is and the way that the athleticism is now in today's game.
Yeah, props to him for thinking that for
I'd love
almost
to see
demanding it. You know,
Well, I think they have so many different packages
Yeah.
these
That-
days
exactly.
than what they used to. So, I mean, I could see him doing it, playing, nickel downs or, dime packages or whatever and, running his route.
So it'll be interesting to see.
So which
because-
way is it predominant?
look? He,
I guess it depends on the team that drafts him.
I'm going to guess
it's going to
DB.
depend on what Cleveland decides they want to do with him, and they're going to have that conversation.
Cleveland's got bigger problems than
They
that.
do.
Yeah, a lot
They
bigger.
do. Shador Sanders was what was brought up. That is where it gets controversial. Originally, everybody thought he was going 3 to the Giants. Now he's projected to go 9
To the
the
Saints.
Saints.
And that's where he really wants to play. So.
Yeah.
And so
Works out the
the
way.
Giants, I think they've got it projected based on Mel Kiper. I think he's got Abdul Carter out of Penn State
Yeah.
going to the Giants.
You got it pulled up.
Yeah.
Jamie?
Yeah. That's pretty much across the board. Looking at NFL.com too, they have Abdul Carter projected at 3 to the Giants.
What position did he play?
Abdul's defensive end.
Okay.
Yeah, he's an edge.
Okay.
From Penn State?
Yes.
Yep.
And he was dominant.
Whatever happened to Jadavian Clowney? Probably the
playing?
He's
greatest.
still playing.
Probably the greatest college
Playing.
football hit I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, yeah,
He's a
facts.
South
he's a real.
Carolina, that was unreal.
Yeah, that was nuts.
He will
And
be
then
real
he even
forever.
recovered the fumble, which makes it even more like, holy
Yeah.
crap.
And it was at a crucial point in the game. It was against
Yeah.
Michigan, right?
It sealed the
Yes.
game for them.
It was
He's
against
with
Michigan.
He is with the Carolina Panthers currently.
Yes.
The Carolina Panthers?
Carolina Panthers.
Mount up. Raise it.
Yeah. Whatever.
North Carolina, raise up, right?
Yeah.
Take your shirt off. Spinning around your head like a
Helicopter.
Petey Pablo.
Yeah. New England. I'm going to get a little drink of water.
Well, that ain't water.
He's got to get some dampness going on.
I was quoting Along Came
Oh,
Polly.
okay. Sorry.
Since you played that,
My bad. My bad. Sorry. Sensitive.
Oh, this just popped up.
Breaking news.
Giants.
Hang on. Breaking news. Oh, my God! Let it rip.
Giants are projected to take Carter.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not. I retract to the oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not very
Well, because
breaking.
the draft I'm looking at, they've got Shador going to Cleveland. So
All right. Well, the NFL draft has been a fun conversation. Just really, I mean, we can go back to it, but I have a random thought because we all shared it 2 weeks ago. Jamal, what's your go-to sub at Subway?
Ooh.
And be specific.
I'm a basic bitch. I like
Like Chad?
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank
Give me a 6-inch turkey flatbread
Okay.
with lettuce, bacon, tomatoes, extra mayo, dog.
extra mayo.
Yeah.
No onion?
You're less
No, I'm
basic
not a
than
big.
me.
I'm not a big onion person.
Chad was just
Mayo is
Flatbread.
the dressing of choice, though.
flatbread,
Right. Okay.
turkey,
Cheese,
I gotta get
mayo,
cheese. I
black
forgot
pepper.
cheese.
Black pepper.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
Simple,
CJ's is the meatball.
toasted.
Love a meatball sub.
Man, yes.
Meatball
I
is
love a
good.
meatball
Might be
sub.
lunch today for me.
It does sound.
It sounds good.
Speaking of food that we just ate,
That we just ate.
I just ate. Not just. I mean, that's relative,
right this minute.
Relative.
but, yeah.
I've been on a KFC kick.
Chicken Littles, baby.
Wait a
Chicken
minute.
Littles.
Before
Teo's
or
favorite.
after the ban?
The what?
The
They got
before, the
closed
after the
down. They
ban.
got shut down.
Not really. It
shut
wasn't
down
really
a
a
little bit.
ban.
They are
It
not
was a
shut down
health
because I
department.
ate it last night
Well,
and I
they're
ate
back.
it
They're
Saturday.
back.
But
So-
hey,
they're
let's
back.
be real about that though, Chad. Think about it. If you're going to eat there, now's the best time because
That's right.
they've
Super
got it
clean.
cleaned up.
100.
They're the chicken strips at KFC or chicken tenders at KFC. Phenomenal.
Really?
Phenomenal.
They've stepped their game up.
But as I've said, and I will continue to say until something else comes along, the best fried chicken that you can buy in town is at
Houchins.
Houchins.
See,
Well, if we're speaking KFC, are we original or extra crispy?
Extra crispy.
Extra crispy.
I'm original.
original.
Thank you.
I don't know if I
Both.
I don't-
All
I think
the
that
above.
I think that the chicken at Houchins doesn't have enough seasoning in it. For
No. It's fantastic.
I will say this: as far as like a buffet, it's one like
cafeteria style.
Yeah.
Not a buffet.
well,
Cafeteria
yes,
style.
cafeteria style.
Buffet's all you can eat.
Buffet, you do it yourself. Cafeteria, you have
serve,
you
yeah.
have somebody doing it for you.
Yeah.
Give me some of the green. I'll take some of the green.
But here's
What
the
movie is that
part.
from? I'll take some of the blue. Is actually what he says. What movie is that from? And some of the yellow.
Oh
you've
yeah,
stumped
I can remember.
It's Vegas Vacation.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cousin Eddie.
But here's the part
about
that
that.
everybody has been waiting for and missed today.
Hmm.
The watch is yellow.
Oh yes,
That looks.
Well,
it
it's
is yellow.
Tennessee
I don't
orange.
give a shit what y'all say. That is not orange. That is yellow.
Yeah.
That is it. Well,
Looking at it in the light,
it's kind of in between.
yeah.
Gold.
Throw me that Cheetos bag over there.
Gold.
Now that Cheetos bag is orange, legit. It's not the
Legit
same color.
orange.
No, I didn't mean this one. I meant the puffs. Give me the puffs,
Give them the puffs. Give them
and
the
then
puffs.
throw me the Fritos too.
Holy.
Oh, let me watch my head.
Yeah, there you go, right there. Don't worry. Let's see it. Boom. Same color as the Fritos,
Fritos.
bag. What color is this? Yellow.
Yellow.
Thank
Yeah.
you. I rest my case.
Damn.
Yellow watch.
Those poor Fritos.
Maybe we could call it amber.
Amber.
Yeah, between yellow and orange.
Call it Brittany.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Call it Amber. I call it Brittany.
Jamal hasn't been here, so Teo has an array of watches.
He does
I've
have
got
an array.
5 watches, Mose.
Yes, and that's an array.
And I feel like
I
every
have
time
one.
we talk about it, he gets
that's a handful.
progressively more aggressive.
I've got
about
white,
it.
black, gray,
At
yellow,
first, he was like, "I
and
have
red.
5 watches."
He's cultural diversity.
Yeah.
He doesn't
I'm
have a green.
diverse.
No green.
Like the first time we brought it up, he was like, "I have 5 watches," and then the second time he's like, "I've got 5 watches," and it's like he just levels up
progressively.
So like today, he's like, "I've got 5 watches, Chad."
I got 5 on it. All right, you got to pay penance for that.
Yeah.
You're muted.
Stay on mute for 30 seconds. All right, I'll let
been,
you off the.
That's funny.
It's been an ongoing thing. It's what colors Teo's watch today.
Yep. This has been a lot of fun. We have an hour and 17 minutes.
Yes.
And it
That's pretty
feels
good.
like we've been here for 30 minutes.
Yes,
it
flown
does.
for
by.
me.
Yeah, it was fun. Bye.
Same.
So
The question is
Thank
Jamal, are you going to become a regular with us?
that's what Jamal said to me at the
That's
spillway.
what I want to do. I mean, I live 2 minutes away, so it's nothing for me. I mean, as long as y'all will have me. I mean, if y'all listen, I mean, I can get affirmative action up on
I was gonna say,
up in this bitch if I need to, but I won't. But yeah,
We need
I'd
some
like to.
diversity
we do
amongst us.
as the DEI agent for the show. I feel it necessary.
I think
And
so.
Also, I haven't got to hang out. Who Mark? Did you do that? Was that you?
That was me.
Fucking bitch.
I thought you were going to mute him again.
Oh yeah. Easy enough. Actually, I'll just mute all of y'all except CJ because we're split. We're on the same one.
That's true.
This sounds so much better, doesn't it?
It
just
does.
me and you talking.
Yeah.
In here? I mean,
We're
just
like a
the
broadcast
can y'all
crew,
hear
like
the
I said.
clarity in this? Like for real? I'm not.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can't.
Mute him back. Mute him back.
Well, I didn't even mean to do that.
CJ did that.
Oh, he did. Here's what I was going to say. I really always enjoyed hanging out with Jamal. And then, you lived in Bowling Green for a long time.
For sure.
And then I had a lot of shit going in my life that, I'm still dealing with. But this is a good way for, and I said this when we all got started, this is a good way for us to all reconnect.
Yeah,
especially
for sure.
me and CJ. Me and CJ used to hang out daily.
Yeah.
And then he decided to become a homebody.
At the Ping Pong Palace.
At Waiter's Ping Pong Palace. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
Does the 3 iron still exist? We put some hurting on a 3 iron at your house.
No,
at
we
one
didn't.
point.
We put a hurting on a 6 iron.
Okay.
And a 9 iron. Anyway, I would really like Jamal to be on here every week because I personally want to hang out with Jamal more, and I think that this is a really good time for all of us to hang out because I get to hang out with all of my friends all at the same time. So I'm all for it, and we can, if somebody's against it, we can vote privately if you want to.
Yeah.
Ain't no vote needed.
Anybody
I
against?
think everybody respects Jamal's opinion on all this stuff, so it's good to have him on here.
I do too. Yeah. So
Pinstripe.
it's done. I guess we're
We're a team of 5. Is that
Yeah.
gonna
The
curse
Fab
me.
Five.
Those Amazon Essentials.
We're the
Fab Five.
I'm not sure what that
we're the Fat Five.
Whoa.
I'm not fat.
I'm working on not being.
Yeah.
Maul, you're not fat either. Me and Maul are holding down the.
We're fatter than we all used to be.
Well, that's
That's debatable because I was 205 at one time.
I'm at 218 right now. That's a 11.
I remember the days of being 185.
Facts.
They far in between.
I think I'm about 167.
We floated those pictures around before from our baseball program where we were all in our
Oh, wow.
prime.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
We
Anyway,
take our headshots, and that'd be our new cover.
right after working out too.
Oh yeah.
We would always take those
And
after
those
working out.
sweats.
Oh, yeah.
Wear your gray sweats. Wear your white
Yeah.
sweats. The white sweats from y'all senior year, my freshman year, your sophomore year. I still got that sweatshirt.
Do you remember how awful those were the day we put up the windscreen?
Everybody's sweats
they
were
green.
like a greenish
Yes.
blue.
Yes. They-
So the one, the one,
Jamal almost got into a fight that day with Timmy Pierce.
Yes.
Jamal said, "Don't you
Forgot
fucking
about
tell me what to do."
Forgot about that.
We were in left field.
oh, that was right before the
was
card
scared.
show.
I hit my limit.
I was
hit my
scared.
limit.
I was a freshman. I was scared.
Well, he's like, oh god.
I've got a memorable
say
beginning
this.
of the
There's a
season
black guy
story.
here. I'm scared.
Wade had never seen one before. He's like, "What is this?"
The pair of sweats that I was not privy to that were always my favorite were the black sweats
Yeah.
with the blue lettering and all that.
Yep.
Those look sharp.
So we're
I don't
talking
remember- I don't
about.
remember what year those were for us.
That was 98.
Well, I got them.
Well, we had black sweats too.
No, I didn't. We got
So
that
we're
worked
talking
right.
about-
that
It was
would've been-
97.
So that would have been sophomore. 'Cause
It was
we
97.
started with gray.
Yep.
It was the final 4 years
ours was
because
gray.
I did not in 98. Ours was blue.
Yeah,
So-
we had the blue ones.
We had blue.
and then we
Was
went to the
97.
white. So for Jamal and I, we went gray, black, blue, and then white.
I went white, blue, gray, gray.
Ours
Heavy
was gray and
dark
blue
gray.
alternating, so it was gray and blue.
Yeah.
But I will say
I
this:
did like the white
we're
ones,
talking
though.
about
Our class was eclectic. We had them all.
we,
Jamal and I had them all.
we're talking about card show hanging stuff at the park day, right?
windscreen.
Yeah.
and
My senior
Signs.
year, I got to claim that I showed back up to the second half of. We had already had our card show, and then we were going out to work on the field, and me and 3 others showed up in a police car. So, literally,
I remember that.
but me.
Bud is Stephen Furlong for the listeners out there
Is
that
this the
don't
story
know.
where
Yeah, we went.
Bud had a wreck
Yeah, hill jumping
and thought that his car was going to blow up?
and we got re-delivered to the park in
a
a
good story.
police cruiser.
good
Everybody's like, "Oh my God, they've been arrested." So yeah,
There's been a fire.
Yeah, your senior year was very eventful.
yeah.
Of
We
course it
also had
was.
There was also the spring break year that all of us freshmen
Fighting
were down
everybody.
below, and we could hear boom, boom, boom.
Fighting
we
a
thought
rugby
it was
team.
the coaches next door, and then I don't remember. I know I was out on the balcony looking up. And
Shout out
was
Andy
it Michael
Furlong?
Moore.
Michael Moore was out there with a lamp.
He was like, "Help!" And we all just started laughing and went back in. Like,
Like, what are they doing?
Well,
That
gentlemen,
story will be told at some point.
yeah,
yeah. This has been a lot of fun. This morning, especially, has been a lot of fun. We've kind of got back on track with having a lot of laughs,
Yes.
which I like. And I will say that we're starting to come into it. We have a pre-show meeting now. This is the second week that we've done it. I didn't get to be a part of the four-way call. I got the afterbirth.
you got the one-on-one with me.
I got the one-on-one.
One-on-one with CJ.
We're going to have to add
had
Jamal to the Wawita text group.
Oh, well, yes. And I'm
Yeah.
going to have to redo our logo.
Yeah.
So, any ideas for 5 people that you
Baseball
can think
headshots.
of? What? I can't.
I'm just fucking
We'll
with
figure
you.
it out.
Yeah, we'll get it together.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
I already got an idea in mind. We'll see what happens with it. But this has been a lot of fun. I'm glad that Jamal came on.
Taco Tuesday.
It is.
Is that what you're calling it?
Terrific Tuesday.
No, we already. Our
Tumultuous
second
Tuesday.
episode. Oh, this week.
And this week only.
marks the 3-month anniversary of our very first podcast. January 25th was our very first one.
It started with 3, and it's now with 5.
And now we got 5. I got 5 on it,
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right.
Fab 5.
as Lunas would say. I got 5 on it.
Loony ass.
Maybe we should do like a 2 Live Crew album cover with all of our voices.
I don't know that.
I don't know if that'd be appropriate.
I don't know that y'all's spouses would appreciate that.
Sure, we can find an appropriate one, right?
I doubt it.
I mean, it's too. If we're doing a 2 Live Crew and we calling it appropriate, I don't think it's a 2 Live Crew album cover.
Correct.
I think that they would have their feelings hurt by calling it appropriate.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Anyway, it's been a lot of fun. Catch us next week, and y'all have a great Tuesday.
Peace.
You learn to check your own blood sugar and check it often. Did you order the code?
If I order before you, but there's a car in front of me, just remember that it's my turn to go before you.
Carolina Reaper.
Where are you boys running the world?
Big old basket full of fresh biscuits with jelly.
You got that good?